If your business collapses when you stop working, this is why, and this is why you should really watch this video, okay? I'm gonna break down absolutely everything, what's happening to your business. If you are really working hard and the moment you stop working, your business kind of slows down, then you really need to watch this video till the end because I will break down absolutely everything from A to Z, what you need to actually do in order for your business to be designed in a way where you can step away and your business still grows. And what I'm actually gonna talk about is something that a lot of businesses overlook. Okay, and if you currently think that you are really special because your business is not working because you're not working, it's not true. I have seen many coach consultants and agency owners and service-based businesses that are facing the same issue. I also was facing the same issue before I actually scaled my business to 100K a month, and then I took it to 7 figures. But before that, I was struggling the same way. I used to work very hard. I call this the pedaling effect. I was pedaling so hard, the moment I stopped pedaling, the business actually stops as well. You're not the only one. There's a lot of business owners like that. But this video is very important for you, and I want you to watch this till the end so you really understand what you need to do in order for you to change the design of your business so your business can actually start working for you, not against you, and you can start depending on your business, not your business depending on you. Okay, if your business collapses when you stop working, then this is 100% for you. This training is for service-based businesses built on effort instead of actual design, right? Coach, consultants, and agency owners and service-based businesses, this is 100% for you. So what you will actually learn and why you should keep watching this video. Before we begin, let me tell you exactly what you will learn, why this is important, and why I really want you to watch this video to the end, okay? By the end of this training, you will understand why some businesses fall apart the moment the founder slows down. Number 2, the real difference between a business and a well-paid job. Number 3, where founder dependency actually comes from. Number 4, the systems that should be carrying your business forward but currently aren't. And number 5, what needs to be designed inside of your business so your business doesn't rely on a constant effort, okay? And here's why you should keep watching. If your business really collapses when you stop working, the problem isn't laziness. I know most of you are hardworking. Most of you are putting a lot of effort inside of your business. It's also not because of lack of discipline, because most of you are disciplined. But the problem really comes down to actual design, the way your business has been designed from the actual start, okay? Until you see why this happens, you will keep fixing the wrong thing and staying trapped inside of your own business. And this has happened to me. I have tried to fix so many things without realizing what was the main actual problem, which was the way the business was designed. This is why I want to make this video for you, so you actually can solve the issue, move forward, scale your business fast, and help others that are in the same situation, okay? So the hard truth most people avoid. If your business stops working when you stop working, you don't own a business, you own a role. You are the employee inside of your business, okay? How do I know that? It's because once you stop working, once you stop being the main employee inside of your business stops. Okay, so that means you are the only guy that actually keeps moving your business forward. And if you ever want to sell your business, nobody will ever buy your business because you're the only guy inside of your business that is making the business work. Okay, when a business is valuable, it's to a point where business starts producing actual results without the main owner, the CEO or director being inside of the business. The business can work itself, okay? That doesn't mean that you have failed, by the way. It means the business was never designed to operate without you. Many service businesses are built like this. The founder brings in the leads, right? You're doing the DMs, the ads, and everything. The founder closes the deals. The founder delivers the work. The founder makes every decision. This works at first, but it creates a fragile system, right? The moment you take a break, slow down, stop posting, stop selling, everything collapses. That's not bad luck. That's the actual architecture, okay? So why this feels normal, but it's actually not normal. So most people think that, hey, I'm being an entrepreneur, and that's what entrepreneurs do, right? Or this is the hard work. I need to grind it out because everybody has to grind. This is the price of success. But you're not right. And that's not true. Okay? If you think like that, you're not right. And if you really believe that, this is not true. And I tell you why. If you look at some of the biggest businesses, let's say we look at Jeff Bezos, we look at Microsoft, and I know you may say, hey, I'm not Jeff Bezos. Right. But if you just look as an example of those businesses, we really see deeper that there's actual systems. Because what Jeff Bezos is doing, he's being the visionary inside of his business. He's actually steering the ship, not doing all the work on the ship, okay? And you can take any business that's successful, any business, even not so big businesses. You can look at businesses that are doing like 50 million a year. Those businesses have systems in place, they have people in place, so the actual owner can be the visionary and take the business forward, okay? And then when the visionary steps away, the business is still working, okay? Still producing, okay? And so this is why you're having an issue, is where you keep pedaling, and the moment you stop pedaling, your business stops, okay? But that's normal at the start when we don't really understand what's happening. That's maybe works until you get to 10K. But if you really want to get past the 10K to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100K a month, it's not going to work. You have to design your business in a way where you can step away. And that's the result of building a business on effort instead of actual structure, is to do everything yourself, and then the business stops when you stop, okay? At early stages, effort hides problems. You work harder, you work harder, and you work harder, and things keep moving, okay? They keep moving, keep moving. But effort doesn't scale, and it will never scale, okay? And because effort also never rests. If your business only works when you are pushing, then you are the main system. And systems that live inside people eventually burn out, okay? The difference between a business and a job. Here's a simple way to see it. A job depends on presence, a business depends on the actual systems. If leads stop when you stop posting, sales stop when you stop talking, delivery stops when you step away, then the business has no independent actual engine to run itself. Revenue is tied to your energy, and energy is finite. It's not infinite. That's why founders feel exhausted, trapped, anxious about stepping away. They didn't build something wrong. They just stopped one step too early. They built motion, not actual infrastructure in the business. Where founder dependency actually comes from, okay? Founder dependency is not a personality flaw. It doesn't come from control issues. It doesn't come from ego. It comes from skipping the actual design. Most founders jump straight to selling, delivering, and fixing the problems. They never pause to ask one simple question before they actually start the business: is what should exist so this doesn't depend on me? What should exist inside of this business so the business stops depending on me even when we're trying to grow the business? So decisions live in their head, processes live in their memory, judgment lives in their emotion. Over time, everything roots back to the founder. Nothing moves without approval. Scale feels really dangerous. The business becomes efficient, but hard and fragile, okay? So the four places dependency really hides, okay? The founder dependency always shows up in the same four areas. So now, if you want to fix your business, we're going to discuss the four dependencies in any business, and then you can really say which one applies to you, where you are investing most of your time. Maybe you're doing all of them, right? And then really this will show you why, if your business is dependent on you, it's really a flaw, okay? So first, the demand. If leads only come when you are visible, you don't have a demand system, okay? You have a personal effort. Demand should be consistent, controlled, and predictable, not tied to moods or actual momentum or actual motivation. Number two, conversion. If sales only close when you are on the call, you don't have a conversion system. You have a personal persuasion. A strong conversation feels calm, and a weak conversation feels really exhausted, okay? So again, when are we talking about demand and conversion? You need to have a system that brings in leads, and you probably need to have closers in place as well if you really want to scale your business, okay? If you got to the 10K, that's great. Now it's time to get an actual closer inside of your business. Train him, give him the scripts, work with him. He will help you, you would help him, and eventually you can step away. The acquisition system itself will start bringing in the leads, and the closer will start to actually close them. And now you have stepped away from acquisition. Okay, the next process we need to step away is delivery, right? If fulfillment depends on your time, your attention, and your expertise, scale really becomes risky. Delivery should survive growth, not collapse under it. Okay, so then again, how can we deliver it? What can we document? What can we systemize? What can we actually record to make sure that the delivery process is also mostly systemized? And then number four, feedback and decisions. If decisions are based on your feelings, panic, urgency, or your personal life, instead of numbers and signals, everything becomes really reactive, not responsive. No feedback means no control. No control means constant involvement. So these four layers, right now, if we analyze these four layers, I want you to analyze these four layers and ask yourself, where are you investing most of your time? And if you say, hey, I'm doing all of them, well, that's really the problem, because your business cannot grow no longer. So what we need to do is, number one, on demand, we need to create a system. Okay, we need to create a system that can bring leads predictably in. Okay. Number two, how can we convert them? We need to have a closer in place. We need to have a closer, unless you're doing something else like a webinar or like you have sales done on the page. How can we actually convert them? Okay, do you need the closer? Do you need a certain system, maybe a webinar explanation system that explains and closes them there? What needs to happen in place? Okay. Number three, delivery. If fulfillment depends on your time, your attention, or your expertise, scale becomes a little risky. So how can we record? How can we maximize the things? What can we do to make sure that we have most of the things kind of not in manual processes, but in actual automations. Okay, maybe instead of like you going out and asking questions, you could send them the form, right? So you send them the form, we can start in a welcoming email. Maybe you can put all the forms, everything that needs to be done before they jump on a call. Instead of you jumping on a call, kind of talking them through what needs to be done, kind of answering their questions, you already have forms. So think about what can be recorded. Feedback and decisions. Again, if you are getting all the leads, all the sales, are you making them based on the data, or are you just kind of going as the wind blows? And this is super important that you are basing your decisions based on data. If you don't have data, then you don't really have a system, because all the systems are run based on data. Like your closer has a KPI that it needs to reach. We look at the numbers, the calls coming in, the quality of calls. We look at actually closing ratio as well. For the demand, we look for like lead acquisition, how much is the cost per lead, cost per click. We all of this has to be tracked. Okay, so why working harder makes this worse? When founders feel the pressure, they usually respond by working more. Okay, they step back into sales, take over delivery, fix everything themselves. This keeps things alive, but it also teaches the business to depend on them even more. Okay, so then once you start doing this, business becomes even more heavy. Okay, short-term effort creates a long-term dependency. The more you save the system, the less the system learns to actually survive by itself. So what designing your business actually means, right? What designing your business actually means. I need you to really listen to this carefully. Watch this video to the end. Designing a business means this: removing yourself as the actual bottleneck. Okay, you remove yourself as the actual constraint inside of your business. It doesn't mean disappearing, it means changing your actual role. Design looks like clear processes, defined decision rules, systems that run without motivation, and feedback that tells you what to actually fix, not going in every single day saying, hey, what I'm going to do today is, the question is like, what is the system telling me to do? Okay. Design replaces memory with documentation, urgency with structure, and effort with actual flow. This is how businesses gain stability. Okay. Again, you can, instead of asking the questions and knowing what to ask, you can have documentation done. Instead of like urgently asking and looking over things, you can have structure in place, processes in place, like, and that needs to be honest, KPIs, roadmaps. All that helps you to automate the process, so it takes you away more, and you can have that time for yourself to reinvest in the business and grow the business rather than just working in the business. Okay. And so why calm growth is the real signal. When a business is designed well, growth feels calm, decisions feel obvious, and breaks don't cause actual panic. When something breaks, based on the data, you can look and be like, hey, this is not working because of this. This is not working because of X. This is not working because of Y. This is not working because of Z. What we need to do, we need to fix this first, and then we will see if this improves. If that doesn't improve, we can start with Y. If that doesn't do it, we start with Z. So like with system, you know exactly what to do, rather than saying, hey, what I need to do, I need to maybe have a new strategy or new tactic. But usually when you look at actual data, it gives you exactly real time what you need to actually do. Okay. So if your business punishes you for resting, it's not asking for more discipline. It's asking for better architecture and better design inside of your business. Freedom is not an actual mindset. It's an outcome of actually having a system inside of your business. Okay. So to reframe this, if your business collapses when you stop working, that's not failure. It's actual feedback of telling you what's currently happening inside of your business, and you should really take it seriously. It's showing you exactly where design is missing. So stop blaming yourself. Stop trying to work your way out. You don't need more effort. You need less dependency, and you need more systems inside of your business. Businesses that last are not built on hustle. They are built on systems that work even when the founder steps back. So predictability isn't forced, it's actually designed. All the way we run our businesses is a way of actually designing them. When you start working and you say, hey, I'm going to start with an offer, I'm going to create an offer, and I'm going to put the offer in, that's the way you actually have started design your business. Okay? It's like, hey, I'm going to start with an offer, and I'm going to start getting acquisition. Where the question should be like, how can I start to think about delivery process? How can I systemize that? How can I automate that process? How can I document? Maybe you can send videos, you can send looms. There's so many things you can do. What about acquisition? Can you, instead of like maybe jumping on a call, qualifying them, and then jumping on another call, maybe you already have a video that explains exactly who you want to work with, so you don't want to waste time with the wrong people on the call, right? All of this matters. These are all systems and designs inside of their businesses. I have seen so many coach consultants, agency owners that do one-on-one fulfillment, which is kind of like the reason they are actually stuck inside of the business. And sometimes they don't see that that's actually the problem, which is usually the problem because they're doing everything themselves. Okay. Now, this video, I need you to really take action so you can actually fix your business if it's dependent on you. We talked about the 4 layers that you need to overlook, right? Demand, conversion, delivery, feedback, and decision, and really look what can be actually automated, documented, recorded, and how you can make it a process where it doesn't involve so much of you. Maybe there's one email you can send that has all the forms included, forms instead of just asking random questions, right? Everything systemized, automated, putting structure in place. Next thing, if you currently want to scale your business and you really need more clarity, more structured, or you maybe want to actually see how good are your systems, you can schedule an audit call with us. We'll run through all of your systems. We'll audit all of your systems, tell you exactly what's happening, and also, if you want, we will tell you what's the actual fix of those systems. And if we see we're a really great fit to work together, we can also help you to understand what it actually looks like working with us and what the actual systems that we install in businesses and what they would look inside of your business. Okay, so implement this. If you're interested in scheduling the quick audit call just to audit your actual system, schedule it down there's a link in the description. You can just book in the call and we'll go from there. Okay.